Hey guys, what's up? Braden here, and today I just wanted to come outside and make a vlog because I haven't done that in a while, and I like to do that sometimes. Kind of just like take a break from doing the music stuff and just kind of talk and just be myself and tell you guys what I think about things. So today, I guess, and when I do these, I just turn my camera on. I don't really plan ahead. I don't really know what I'm going to say. So today is one of those days, and one of these videos where I just kind of start talking and hope what I say makes sense to you guys. So I guess what I want to talk about today, just to get kind of straight to the point, is something that obviously has been an issue forever and ever since we've existed on this earth with each other. And in my lifetime, I've seen a lot of it, and I know it's getting worse and worse. And racism, I guess, is a problem that we all kind of we know it's there. We know it's an issue, and among other huge issues that we're having as a species these days, it's something that we all talk about, but at the same time we're scared to talk about for different reasons. And I guess I kind of just want to say my piece about it and tell you guys what I think about the whole thing and why I think it's an issue and what the actual issue is. So I guess my biggest thing and my biggest something I say in a lot of my videos, regardless of the situation, whenever there's an issue between two people, no matter what the reason is, whether it's money, whether it's race, whether it's religion, whether it's whatever, my biggest thing is when someone directs something at you and is mean to you or terrible to you, you have to, this is something that takes practice, but you have to kind of be able to just stop for a second and look at that person and say, okay, regardless of where you came from, regardless of who you are, the fact that you decided to, project something negative out from yourself onto me means that there's something going on inside of your heart that is causing that, and it's not anything to do with the outside world. And so I guess my biggest thing is that is the root of all problems, and I think that the issues come from when there are multiple people and multiple groups of people that think it's your fault, it's someone else's fault, and they don't look inside of themselves and say, okay, wait a minute, I'm a human, you're a human, let's just take a second and realize, no matter where we come from, we're still feeling the same things. We're feeling this anger, we're feeling this sadness, we're feeling this upset for whatever reason, and it's the second you do that, no matter why you hate someone or why you're angry at someone, you kind of just accept that, all right, we all we're all the same, whether you have black skin or white skin like me, or, it doesn't matter, because you're a human being, and I don't care what you believe or where you came from. It's cool, man. I get it. I understand you as a person. Whatever you're doing, for whatever reason, you're just being a human, and you're just making mistakes just like I make mistakes. So what I'm trying to say with this is, I think the problem comes, you can look at a group of people. I'm just going to say white people because there's no way I can possibly get in any trouble for that because I'm white. So let's say you have a group of white people doing something really stupid towards a group of black people or a group of whoever, and then you have all these other people who are like, oh man, these white people are being so racist, these white people are terrible, and there's all these assumptions on white people because a group of them are doing something really stupid. And because of that group of people, other people look at that and say, oh, all white people are like this, or all black people are like this, or all Middle Eastern people are like this. Because the media only covers certain aspects of certain things that go on between races and between groups of people. So the fact that the rest of the world is only seeing that little chunk of those people or that group of people, could be white, could be black, doesn't matter. They're only seeing that, so that's what's going to be ingrained in our heads. The more we see that and the more that's taught to us, we're going to think that way, and we're going to think that way about that certain group of people. And my thing is you could have a group of white people that are acting like that, but you could also have, let's just say this group of white people is going and they go to burn down a building. You could have a group of white people do that, but you could also have a group of white people, black people, Middle Eastern people, Asian people, all in the same group that are doing the same thing. And all those people want to go burn down a building. So the issue is, and the reason that I think racism is so just off and so crazy is that it's not the race, it's not the color of someone's skin, it's the mindset that they're in. And there are bad people that come from every walk of life. There are bad people who have glasses, there are bad people who have braces, there are bad people who are white, bad people who believe in God, bad people who don't. But there's also good people, in all those different categories as well. So the issue isn't I'm white. The issue is I want to burn down that building. And the issue is not is not the color of the person's skin. The issue is their mindset. And that's what I'm trying to say, I guess, is when you know, the second you start to think that you see someone with a different color of skin and you start to assume something about them, try to just remember that just because someone else who looks like them may have, you know, done something that makes you think a certain way about that race or about that culture, just try to remember that everyone is still their own individual person. There's a lot of things that American people do that are supposed to do, and I've met a lot of American people, and they, you know, certain people don't do those things, and it's like, okay, cool, like there's this generalization put on a culture or put on a skin color, but not everyone within that skin color or you know, country or whatever it is, category, you know, is a part of it. And you really have to remember that, and you have to give kind of everyone that little bit of hope and that little bit of, you know, a chance. And I know it's hard because, like I said, the media only covers the bad things that happen. Very, very rarely do I ever see anything, you know, really good covered. And I think that's another part of the problem, is that because there's always negative stuff cycling, you know, through different outlets of media, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing that there's bad things going on in the world. We're not seeing that there's good things going on, so we're always kind of in fear and kind of like, you know, cautious, and it's like almost training us to be scared and to be fearful of other people, and to, you know, to really, you know, start believing, okay, like I can't trust anyone. I have to, you know, be very careful, because that's what's ruining the human race, is the lack of love and connection and trust between people. And because everyone is so involved in the media, and it's almost impossible to avoid, the media has control of, you know, the way that we see things in a lot of ways, because they're able to, you know, project certain things to us so many times in so many little ways that, you know, are just so normal to everyone now, that it's almost like, okay, why am I thinking this way about this group of people? Why do I hate these people? Or why do I automatically assume these people are bad? And I guarantee it's probably from things you've seen or heard, and it's probably not from personal experiences you've had. Maybe sometimes it is, but I think a good chunk of the time it's from things you hear on the news and you hear people talk about. And the reason I made this video, and it's like 10 minutes long, I don't know, it just makes me sad that the world is the way it is, and that there's so much hatred between people, because there are honestly so many good people in this world. And if you automatically assume that someone isn't good just because of the way they look or the way they act or whatever, then you're missing that, and you're missing the chance to connect with someone, and you're missing the point. To me, the point of being alive on this earth, that we don't know why we're here, but I just always think that the most important, the best feeling you can get is loving someone and making someone feel loved, and making, you know, and loving the world around you, because that makes you feel happier inside. And maybe it's easier said than done. I just really don't understand why people are so hateful towards each other at this point. It's like, we are all literally the same. Like, we are human beings, just like every butterfly is a butterfly, just like every little fish is a fish, you know. We're human beings. I don't know why we hate each other and why we kill each other and why we hurt each other, because really, like, all we're doing is destroying the one thing we have, which is the earth and our lives, and that's all we're doing. And we're making it harder and harder for our children to grow up, you know, in the world. And every generation it seems to kind of just get worse. But at the same time, it seems like in a lot of ways, I know that I talk to you guys on the internet, and the internet really did change the world a lot. But I don't know, I talk to so many good people, and so many people who seem to see these things and seem to kind of understand, you know, why are we doing this? Why is it this way? And I want to change things for the better. And that gives me a lot of hope too. And, you know, a lot of people will see things like that and say, oh, there's no way it's going to change, like, it's terrible. But if you believe that, then if we all believe that, then it won't change. But if there are people who do believe that it can change, and that we can, you know, find that common ground between us, you know, our human brothers and sisters again, and just kind of realize, you know what, man, I don't want to hurt you. I don't have any reason to hurt you. Like, let's just be friends. Like, whatever you believe this, that's cool. I don't believe it, but that's fine. We don't have to talk about that. We can just talk about playing video games or something, you know. And there's so many ways that we can relate as human beings, and we look at the reasons that we can't, instead of focusing on, like, the billions of reasons that we can understand each other, because every single day we wake up and go to sleep and do things during the day, and that's all we do. And I think, I don't know, there's just so many reasons to love each other, and I just hope someday that more people in the world can see that there's no need for wars and, you know, all that heartbreak and pain and suffering that comes with that, and racism, and, you know, people hating on gay people or bisexual people, or, you know, people who dress a certain way. Like, there's no need for that. And all of that comes from somewhere inside the individual that is, you know, deciding to hate those people. And that's why I say you need to look inside of yourself. And I think the first step towards any kind of change in the world is realizing those things for yourself, because then you're going to start treating people differently and acting differently and projecting a different vibe into the world, and you're going to project positivity instead of negativity. But you have to change that within yourself, because the world, I think, is just a huge combination of all of our projections and all of our thoughts and all of our actions, and that's really what makes the world and society is everything we individually choose to do. And I really do believe that, you know, if there's enough of us and enough people doing the same kind of thing, it can really, really sway, you know, how the whole planet is. And I think it's just been swayed so towards the opposite side of where it should be. But that's just my thoughts, and those are just my, you know, 11 minutes of Braden thoughts, and I just really wanted to get them out. And there's, you know, whatever, 620,000 of you on my Facebook that might see this, but I really, you know, I don't really look at that. I'm just happy that one, you know, one of you guys watched this and maybe took something from it. And I just like to be myself and make these videos, because this is literally, it's what the kind of things I think about. And just as much as I do music, this is like a huge reason behind it is to kind of just, I don't know, feel like I can relate to you guys on those kind of things, and feel like you guys can understand those kind of things, because that's what makes me feel alone in the world, is feeling like not understanding why it's so bad and why people want to be so terrible. That is what makes me feel the most alone. So the reason I do this music is because I find you guys, and I find people who feel the same as me and don't want it to be that way, and that literally keeps me going, and that's why I wake up every day. I just want you guys to know that. So thank you to everyone who watched this video. I love you guys very, very much. I honestly do, and I'm thankful I can sit down on the grass outside, and I'm freezing cold, but I can just make a video and talk to you for 12 minutes, and, you know, it means a lot to me. So thank you guys. I hope that all made sense. I really do. I always watch these before I post them to make sure it made sense, but I think it did. I tried my best anyway, but I'm really cold right now, so I'm probably going to go inside. But thank you guys for everything. Thank you to everyone who's pre-ordered my album. I really hope you dig it. So I love you. Thank you for being there.